Okay, good morning. What is good? I mean, technically it could be afternoon, could be evening, could be midday for you. It's about 6 a.m. right now. I really didn't want to do this. Really didn't want to get out of bed. Mainly because it's freezing and I'm training legs. And I'm going to be completely transparent with you. Legs is not my favourite muscle group to train. Actually, I think I'm going to take that back. Actually, I think the thought of training legs is the worst, thought to train. Does that make sense? But when I'm in there and when I'm actually training, I feel completely fine. That is just some serious bipolar kicking in there, and it, Jesus Christ. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, super early, super tired. I've had a double scoop of pre-workout this morning just to see me over the edge and to get me through this workout. There's going to be a lot of these days in your fitness journey, in life, days that you don't want to get up, days that it'd be a lot nicer to just stay in bed, in your nice warm bed. But these are the days that sort of shape you and, make you exactly who you are. Everyone in the world can do a workout that is fed off motivation and, fed off the hype of, starting something new. But when it gets a little bit tougher, when it's absolutely freezing outside, when it's early, when it's cold, when you're absolutely knackered, these are the days that are sort of gonna, really make a difference and really compound over time, especially when it comes to lifting and the whole mentality around it. Because, if I can get up at 6 a.m. and I feel like I don't feel too good, I feel like rubbish, it's early, everything else becomes a lot easier in life. Every workout every workout that's midday in the sunshine, that they're like a treat to me. Whereas this is like the grueling, hard testing times of the year. When it comes around to sort of summer, that's gonna feel like an absolute breeze. So that's kind of my mentality when it comes to getting up and doing it. The hardest part, honestly, of getting up, I know a lot of people, I get a lot of messages about sort of, oh my god, you wake up so early, how do you do it? You're so motivated, so disciplined. But in the reality, I don't want to wake up at this time. The only reason why I wake up at this time is so I can get the stuff done that I need to do in the day. Because what I've realised is, if I wake up at sort of 8 a.m, crack on with work, and maybe I go to the gym after work. If I do that, a lot of my free time gets taken up after work, which I don't want to spend time in the gym, to be honest. I used to, in my early days, I used to go straight after work just because I didn't really have much else going on. But now, when I've got businesses to manage, relationships to manage, that kind of stuff, I actually would prefer spending time with people and, doing stuff I want to do in the evenings, like the reward for the end of the day. So that's the kind of my rationale as to why I wake up so early. And I get a lot of people saying, "Oh, I just can't do it. It's too hard. It's too tiring." But all you've got to do, literally, is get up out of bed. That is the hardest part. Once you're up, once you've had your shower, once you've had your breakfast, the day feels the exact same. You might be a little bit tired, and if you are, have a nap at lunch, or have a nap midday if you can get it in. I know a lot of people have manual jobs and they can't really do that, but that's what I do sometimes. If I'm absolutely fried and I know I need to get a little kip in really quickly, I will do that. And I think there's a bit of a bad stigma around the word nap, and people associate it with people being lazy. But the way I see it is that if I can get an extra little 20 minutes of shut-eye midway through my day to give me that nice natural energy boost for the rest of the afternoon to be in a better mood, be more productive, then I'm going to do exactly that. So that's a little life hack. I'm not going to act like I've invented naps, but that is generally what I do if I'm absolutely knackered. Just have a nap. And then tonight, I'll just go to bed a little bit earlier. It's not rocket science. I think there's a lot of, people overcomplicate it to the absolute nth degree, I think, when it comes to sort of sleep optimization and all that kind of stuff. And that was genuinely why I got rid of my Whoop band, because I was like, this isn't too it is complex, you know. If you're really trying to maximise your day, you know, I feel like you do need a bit of data that supports you with your decision making on sleep. But I feel like I've just got to the point where I'm like, to wake up early, I've just got to go to bed early. There's not much more to it, to be honest. But yeah, with that being said, if you're struggling to get up early, just get up early. Just try it. Get up out of bed a little bit earlier. If that's something you want to do anyway, you don't have to do it. You know, there's no set way of, you know, for you, you might finish work early. You might finish work at 4, and then you've got, you know, sort of like that tea time to sort of like go to the gym or go train or do whatever you want to do. But for me, I finish work quite late, so that's why I like to get the gym done in the morning. And plus I feel better for it. I feel like I've ticked a good hard box of the day. But with that being said, today we are training legs. I'm going to be 100% transparent with you, as I said before, not 100% feeling this right now, but hopefully the double scoop of pre is going to help me out. If you saw my previous leg day vlog, I really injured my back, and it's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks since that. And I'm not going to lie, on the day, that injury felt horrific to the point where I was like, I'm struggling to walk. Is this going to have any long-lasting effects on me? But the next day and the day after, I felt completely normal. So that was so weird. Don't really know what happened, but today I'm going to try and go back to squatting with the hopes of not obtaining another injury. But I'm going to do it quite light instead. I mean, last time was quite light. I think my form just was slightly wrong. I'm really just going to focus up on the form today. That's not going to be the focus of the lift. The focus of the lift is going to be other exercises, but that is a bit of an additional one that I'm going to add on at the end, just to sort of, you know, get a feel for squatting again. Yeah, let me get into the gym and let's smash this leg day. Okay, we're in the gym. It's super loud if you can't tell. But we're doing a couple of warm-up sets first. No leg extension. As I mentioned in the last vlog as well, I'm really trying to focus on, you know, them starting sets not being too heavy. Sorry, them starting sets not being too much of a high rep range. Still trying to get to that like 6 to 10 reps, not fatiguing the muscle too much, so I can really focus on, you know, the working sets when they're kicking. Onto the working set, I'm going to do 95 kg, which is the max on this machine. Normally I get sort of 12 to 15 reps. I'm really going to try my best to get 3 sets of 15 today. Because normally I feel like I can hit it the first time, second time, you know, we're about 12, third time, we're about 12 again. So let's really try and get 15. I mean, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to increase the rep count due to the work. So we should more than comfortably be able to get up to this. That felt decent. Last rep was a bit hard, but that's a good sign of things to do. I don't know about you as well, but the first couple of working sets I used to do, I really feel the pre-workout coming through my face. Does that make sense? Like the itchiness. My face is on fire. I'm just looking at that clip there. It doesn't look like I'm actually... You know, it feels like my legs are going a lot higher than they are. But I'm really kind of getting to about there. Past that point, you know, once you kind of just under vertical, just under horizontal, sorry, there isn't much movement, more movement going on from that to that. It more brings the stress light down here. So yeah, I think that's more than fine in terms of your range of movement. You don't need to be pulling your legs up, because it's also a good sign that the weight is heavy enough as well. Because if you're able to just flick your legs up like there's no weight on them, then clearly not under enough tension. So we've got about a minute and a half rest now. So good into it. I mentioned it before, getting pretty hard. On that second set around the 10 to 12 rep range, that is exactly what I'm doing. We got up to 15, which we're happy with. Honestly, if I could, I would put more weight on this machine and do a lot less reps, but it physically can't go any higher. And there's no way of putting like an extra plate on the side, just because of like the pin is on the inside of the machine. Okay, sweet. So last working set now. Then after this, we're going to get into some hamstring related. I'm actually just going to do hamstring curls. Whatever this machine over here is called, like targets the hamstrings a little bit more. I think I get an extended rest in this one because I do want to get up to that 15 mark. We only get 14 on that one, but not too bothered about it. I can't mess myself up with dropping the weight fully. It's kind of hard to get up from that position again once we get on the floor. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's more than we did last workout, so we'll note that one down in the mental notebook and also on my notes. So I just realised you can actually turn the mic off that's on top of the iPhone, so that should help with a lot of the background noise. So just watch about them clips and the music sounds like it's on 200 volume. So hopefully it can hear a little bit better now. We're learning, that's fine. But yeah, I did say I was going to go on some hamstrings, but the machine that I want to go on is taking at the moment and I don't fancy waiting, so I'm just going to jump on this. Instead, some calf raises. I'm going to do a couple warm-up sets just to get the blood flowing a bit. Just from walking then my calves feel stiff, so I thought, why not? Probably gonna get a couple more of them in as well. Not gonna lie, my quads are on fire from that. Those leg extensions. Buzzing, we're getting 15 for free there. Well, 15 for 2, 14 for 1. Alright. On these calf races, I generally like to do pretty heavy, do like 10 reps and then just go for like half reps for just some little burning reps. Just to get a nice burn going. Sound. Right, there's a bit of a weird crackling noise going on with the mic. Not entirely sure what that is, but we'll have to figure that one out when we go home. So we'll go on with this set. Right, on to the working set now. We'll do about sort of 10. Then we're just going to smash out the half reps until I fail, essentially. I'm going to chuck the weight up a little bit more there as well, just because those first 10 didn't feel too difficult. So we'll put another, if you're ever in the gym and you find that some days your normal weight range that you kind of do before you go into your overload stage isn't as heavy as it normally is, just chuck it up and then you can overload even more over top of that. Chuck the weight up a little bit more. Let's go for 10. Till failure. What you'll notice as well when I'm actually starting this set is that I'm not directly pressing just on the calves because it's pretty much impossible to get up. Don't be afraid to engage all of your legs to get the weight up, and then once you set, then you can just start to engage the calves. It's the way that I find it better anyway. Let's get them up now. And then you move it down to your calves. That felt a lot harder, which is good. What I find as well for the best sort of burn when it comes to calf raises is really getting those tip toes. I don't know if you can see there, but on my tip toes, that's where the muscle's fully contracted. As you know, from going there, I've got a bit of extra room
to get up to really give it a nice tight squeeze. Right, onto the hammock here. I'm not 100% certain on the exact weight that I normally do on this one, so we'll do a couple of sets and then we'll figure out where exactly at. I really see this as like a bicep curl essentially, but for your hamstrings instead. Same kind of motion. And I almost picture the muscle group the same as well. So when it's contracting, it's coming into that nice sort of ball shape. Right, that's what we're going with. That's about right, to be fair. But no, as I was saying, you want to kind of picture this the same as almost like a preach scale with a bicep. You know, you really bring it in, get that tight squeeze. But with your hamstring, said you really bring it from the top, bring it in right into the bottom, and squeezing right at the back of your leg. Never used to be crazy about this machine, to be fair, but recently I've just found a good sort of pump from it. I used to do the one leg down a lot more, but I found that hit like the back of my knees a bit more. Whereas this is really good at concentrating on the area that I'm actually trying to work for a change. The last set on this machine now. You can't really tell, today's just going to be 3 sets of each movement. Some days it'll be 4, depending on how it's feeling. But I want to, leave myself a bit of room at the end of the workout to just do some squats on the Smith machine. This is where we ruined the back last time. Just going to try a few warm-up sets, nothing crazy. Just trying to get a bit of a feel of where I'm at with this one, but I'm just going to slowly stack on the weight, nothing too crazy. If you are coming back for an injury as well, don't rush into it. Literally, you're just going to prolong the injury process. I've given it a good couple of weeks. I'm feeling good. I'm going to come back to the movement now, but slowly go up again. If I feel a slight niggle in my back, I'm out of it. I'm not just going to see through the pain. It's not worth it. Let's try to get a few sets in here. Like that, honestly, feels completely fine. Yeah, that last set felt completely fine, to be honest. So I'm just going to stack another 20 on. Nothing crazy. I'm not jumping up into the 100 kgs just yet. See how we get on with this one. Gonna do a couple more sets here. I've thrown another 20 on. So we're at 60 right now, which I know isn't heavy. But as I'm coming back, I don't know if I do it. Because this back injury's been consistently coming back all the way throughout this year. I think it started with playing golf. I'm trying to just hit the ball too hard. And then it's fed into the gym life. So I'm going to try and nurture it a little bit. Not just destroy it. Yeah, let's not get too greedy with it. I'm just going to do 80. I'm going to go for 6 reps. I'm going to stop it there. I probably could get a lot more than that, but let's not fuck the back. That'll do. Alright, we're just going to finish off some ab crunches here. My abs are alright from doing judo the other day, but I'll talk about that actually later in the car. Because I probably just dropped a bombshell in there that I'm doing some martial arts. But yeah, you look a bit fucking ridiculous doing this exercise, but it works very well for the velocity group you're trying to hit. Also on this one, make sure to go heavy enough. I see a lot of people just doing like the 5 to 10 kg range, and realistically that's doing nothing. Yeah, on this one it's quite easy to start engaging, you know, your arms, your shoulders, all that kind of stuff. But if you've got this machine available, really just focus on that core. Just get that moving. That's the only thing that needs to move in this exercise. And put all the tension on that, rather than trying to, you know, leap forward like this. You know, engaging all your forearms, your shoulders, everything. It needs to be nice and, you know, just the abs there. That's starting to go heavy. You do look a bit ridiculous on this machine as well, I'm aware of that. But it hits the spot. Better than any. I think actually at the start of your gym journey, just do bodyweight stuff when it comes to workouts. You know, your core's probably pretty weak and your abs are pretty weak, so I'd focus just on the bodyweight stuff. But once, you know, you start lifting a bit more, you know, feel free to jump on the weighted machines, because you're going to put your abs under a lot more tension by adding all this weight to it. You know, when you're doing your bodyweight stuff, obviously you've only got your body providing that tension on your muscle, but with this, you know, you can stack as much as you want on. The work is done. Not done. And the sun isn't even up yet. Prime UK right there. The winter arc is in full flow. Workout done. Hopefully you can see me. I can't see shit because this torch is bright AF. But yeah, workout done. Very, very happy with that workout. Good pump, good squeeze, and avoided all injuries. So a match made in heaven. We also got a couple of protein bars because I've run out of protein at home, and I'd rather spend the £3 on the 2 bars than not get the protein in. And to be fair, that isn't crazy expensive, I'm not gonna lie, in comparison to a lot of the protein bars that you can normally buy. For 30 grams, £3, and convenience, I will take it. But yeah, off home now. It's 7:30, we're about to start the working day. We've got a good hour and a half before I actually have to start my 9 to 5 as well, which is good, which means we can do a few TikToks, a bit of editing, chill a little bit before we have to start work. I haven't got a busy day today anyway, so I'm not too concerned. But yeah, feeling good, really good after that. You might have noticed at the end of that workout, I actually mentioned that I've started judo again, which might seem a bit random, but there is a bit of a backstory behind it. So essentially when I was younger, I used to do it quite a bit. I think I got to orange belt, 3rd Dan, I think they call it, 3rd Dan, or Mon, I'm not sure. But I got to orange belt anyway. I was in the gym on Saturday, just gone, and I was like, you know what? I feel like it's time to get back into some art, you know, just to start from zero on something and just be humbled by a few people. To be fair, I really enjoyed it. You know, I got it was a good workout, really tested my cardio, really tested my strength, and yeah, it was good. So at the start of it, you know, because it was my first session back, you know, we had to just learn all the basics again, which is like all your falling to make sure you can fall safely, and along with doing, you know, a couple throws that we learned here and there. And then, you know, I had to do like a pinning match against the black belt in there, the sensei. I'm not entirely sure if that's what you call him in the gym, but like the guy who runs the session. So I had to do like a, you know, a grapple against him, which was good. This guy was probably about 20 kg lighter than me as well, so obviously I can use a lot of my strength from the gym to sort of engage in these type of things. But you know, the skill level, just, it was crazy. Like, I literally had him for ages, like pinned him for ages, and then all of a sudden within like 2 seconds he just flips me onto my back, which was like, that's crazy. So yeah, I was thinking, what if I get to his level of like mastery at the weight and the strength that I'm at? Like, that is gonna be sick. So
Also had to do a few sparring sessions at the end as well, like 1v1s against people, which was similar, like weights and stuff to me. And they did say to take it easy on the new people, which is myself and a couple of other people who were in there. But yeah, so I was like, oh lad, don't worry, you don't have to take it easy on me, talking to one of the green belts, because that's what they were advised to do at the start of the session, to take it easy on, you know, the white belts. I'm not even a white belt, I don't even have a belt. But, you know, the newbies. I was like, oh yeah, don't worry, you don't have to take it easy on me, that's completely fine. And he was like, are you sure? You know, like, are you sure you want me to go in on you? And I was like, yeah, completely fine. Because basically at the start of the spar I noticed that I just couldn't get him, because he just wasn't throwing anything. You know, he wasn't trying to do any throws or anything. He wasn't trying to shift his weight in any way. He was just sort of like letting me practice on him, practice attacking. But so I said, look lad, go for it, you know, as if I'm like, you know, the same belt as you. Feel free to do that. You know, because that's the whole reason why I've gone to judo, and I want to start learning something like that, so I can be tested. I don't want to, you know, a lot of these places, you know, they do have safety first in a lot of these places, which I understand, because a lot of people who go to these classes and stuff aren't like, they're not in the best shape, you know what I mean? So they're quite prone to injury. Whereas I feel like, you know, I'm going to say I'm a bit of an athlete, but I know, you know, I've played sport all my life. I know what I'm doing. I know how to move my body, that kind of stuff. So I said, look, go for it. He was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. And then he started going for it, and I managed to get a few throws on him just because he was like trying to go in for me, and I'd be able to hit him with a nice counter. So that felt good, and I was like, this is sick. I was thinking, you know, this is like my first session back after not doing it for like 10 years. I was like, imagine what I could get to like in, you know, a couple of years. You know, I could start like competing and stuff, going competitions. Because I was chatting to the guys after the black belts, and they were like, oh, there's like, you're pretty good to take first session. And I think that's just down to my strength and knowing the sport previously. But it was like, you know, we could get you started, you know, start getting your belts and that kind of stuff, and then, you know, you could do comps and that. So I was like, you know what, I don't really have anything like that in my life at the moment that's like competition focused. Obviously I have golf, but I'm not gonna lie, that sport just annoys the hell out of me a lot of the time, just because I don't have the time to put in it. You know, you've got to dedicate, with a sport like golf, you've got to dedicate so much time to get, you know, incrementally better. And for me, at the stage that I'm at right now, I'm a 20 handicap, which, you know, if you're into golf, you know that's pretty crap. But with me, you know, I might play once a week, and you can't get better that way. Unless you're getting lessons and that kind of stuff, you just can't get better off one a week. And with me, I like to be as good as I can at something, and it really pisses me off if I'm not the best. So that's what I was like with the judo. You know, I've got a set class that I go to each, you know, Saturday and Wednesday, you know. So, you know, it's that consistency of doing it and being able to work towards something. Whereas golf, I'm a bit hit and miss, to be honest. And plus the weather in the UK is absolutely crap for golf at this time of year. So, but yeah, that's why I started judo anyway. Just have a bit of a, you know, a bit of a test. And I want to start doing a few more martial arts, like, you know, some that involve a bit more striking as well. Whether it be like MMA or something, or kickboxing, I'm not sure, but we'll start at judo, see how we crack on with that. I might bring you along for a few of the sessions as well, see if I can, you know, sneakily record something through. Yeah, anyway, with that being said, I'm going to start the working day now. Good leg session. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment. Thoroughly enjoyed this session. It's feeling a lot more comfortable going into the gym now, talking to the camera. You know, I'm still getting funny looks, but people will get used to it when they see me in there more consistently, talking to the camera. So, yeah, with that being said, have a sick day. And if you've got any questions about training, that kind of stuff, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram. I've still got quite a lot of slots open as well for one-to-one training, because I've had a few people drop out due to them just not responding, which is kind of annoying when you put a lot of effort into something. But, you know, I've got to be willing to, you know, it's just a part of doing this kind of stuff. You're going to meet some people that aren't really up for it and sort of sign up for it and don't really follow through with their promises. But that's completely fine. We take it as a lesson and we move on. So yeah, with that being said, I've got a few slots open. Message me if you're interested. If not, you just want to watch the video, appreciate it. If you've got to this part of the video as well, drop a comment, let me know what you thought of it, and I will catch you in the next one.